Hi, everyone, and welcome to our presentation on student loan forgiveness at Utah State University. I'm Olivia, and together with Jake and Zach, we've been exploring one of the biggest issues facing students today. Graduation is supposed to feel like a victory lap, a moment where years of work finally pay off. But for so many students, that excitement gets overshadowed by one huge, crushing reality: student loan debt. Across the country and right here at Utah State, that debt shapes every major life choice new graduates have to make. Starting a family, moving for a job, buying a home, every step that gets them closer to adulthood. The problem is big and it's growing. And today we want to talk about a potential solution specifically for Aggies dealing with the pressure. To understand how serious this really is, let's look at the bigger picture. As of early 2024, Americans owed $1.77 trillion in student loan debt. That's trillion with a T. Over 42 million people hold federal student loans, which means this isn't just a fringe issue, it's practically an American rite of passage at this point. And it isn't just the amount of debt, the struggle to pay it back is huge. Around 4 million borrowers fall at least 270 days behind, almost a full year. For some people, college is starting to feel financially impossible. And we're not immune here at Utah State. The ripple effects hit home. Now let's zoom in on Utah State. Tuition today is 14 times higher than it was in the 1980s. Back then, Utah resident tuition was $552. Now, it's over $4,300 a year. Non-resident tuition jumped from about $1,700 to nearly $13,000. And the reality is simple. When tuition increases this fast, debt becomes almost unavoidable. About 25% of incoming Utah State students take out loans their very first year, around $6,000 just to get started. By the time they graduate, that average is over $22,000 in loans. That's where the problem becomes real, and it's not just numbers. Actual students are trying to start their lives with a weight already on their back. So let's talk about loan forgiveness, because yes, programs exist, but a lot of students still fall through the cracks. Many forgiveness plans apply only to specific jobs, like government or military service. Others take years of qualifying payments, and many face criticism. Some argue it's unfair. The canceling loans penalizes those who worked hard to repay theirs. Matthew Noyes put it bluntly: loan forgiveness feels like a slap in the face to people who honored their commitments. There's also the argument about income inequality. A large percentage of high debt borrowers earn advanced degrees, leading to higher paying careers. If forgiveness isn't targeted, it could unintentionally widen the income gap. All of this makes one thing clear: the issue is complicated, and the current solutions aren't reaching everyone. That's why our group designed a targeted income-based option specifically for USU graduates. Students would get 2 years after graduation to settle into their careers before repayment kicks in. At the 2-year mark, the university checks income. If a graduate is earning $45,000 a year, they qualify for the $10,000 to $20,000 in loan forgiveness. If they're earning above that threshold, they begin repayment, ideally in a plan that fits their situation. This creates space for new graduates to breathe, adjust, and find stability without the immediate panic of repayment. We chose the $45,000 threshold to create a fair balance. It helps students who genuinely need support, while recognizing those who are already in higher paying fields. And the forgiveness amounts we propose are consistent with existing federal programs, meaning we're expanding options, not replacing or undermining them. The goal is simple: help the students who need it the most, while respecting the sacrifices of those who've already paid off their loans. Federal programs already offer several repayments and forgiveness paths, but they don't apply to everyone. Family situations, job types, and service requirements can all limit eligibility. Our proposal doesn't try to compete with or replace those plans. It adds another accessible choice for Aggies who otherwise would fall through the cracks. Student debt is a complex problem, and there is no one perfect fix. But by talking about fairness, personal responsibility, and the real financial pressure that students face, we can design solutions that move us even a little bit toward a more sustainable system.